Annyeonghaseyo, yo, what it do, everybody? It's Young Prodigy, your favorite nerd in New York accent, and welcome to the very first episode of a segment that I've been dying to do for a while on my YouTube channel that I like to now call K-Pop News. So on the first episode of K-Pop News, we are going to be talking about, if you haven't already guessed, by the little setup I have, and the hat, if you know, you know. We're going to be talking about NewJeans and ADOR versus HYBE. It's a very interesting topic that's been kind of circulating around lately. I have done a little bit of research into this topic, maybe a lot of research into this topic, and I'm very excited to get started. If you see me looking off to the side, it's because I'm looking at my notes and all of the articles and stuff that I found. I will be linking down in the description box below. But with all of that being said and done, let's get into it. But first things first, ayo DJ, play me my theme song.
I ain't cut out for commitment. Bring a few niggas with me when I go, cause most of these people was talking that shit then. Niggas been stealing my flow, I'ma put them right up in that pit with a 7 like Big Ben. I was a kid then, bitch, I'm a man now. I lost focus, but I got a plan now. This my moment, this my year. We gon' turn up, I made that clear. Diamonds, they shining like a shit.
So if you are a girl group stan or just a K-pop stan in general, then you've probably already heard some discussions about what's going on with NewJeans, ADOR, HYBE, and the former CEO of ADOR, Min Hee-jin. It's not a lot of good stuff, if I'm being honest. It's not... It could be worse, but it also could be so much better. But if for some reason you're coming across this channel, or you have other interests such as anime or J-pop, and you're kind of on the outside of things and you're not entirely sure what's going on, not to worry, I got you. But before we get into the situation as a whole, we're gonna get into who NewJeans is, and hopefully will continue to be, because again, y'all, it's just not looking good. It's just... Let me start at the very beginning. Debuting on July 22nd, 2022, the quintet South Korean girl group known as NewJeans broke into the industry with their single Attention under HYBE's sub-company ADOR. Previously, the group was intended to come out under Source Music, which is another South Korean music company, and it is considered to be 1/3 of the big three of K-pop entertainment, the other two parts being JYP Entertainment and YG Entertainment. To put it in anime terms, especially for my Haikyuu fans, that is the Monster Generation, and then for my general anime fans, that is your big three of like One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. If you're going to debut in a K-pop group, those are typically the companies you want it to go for. And for those of you who know of HYBE because of BTS, while yes, HYBE is now HYBE, formerly known as Big Hit, they are still not considered part of the big three, because at the time of BTS, it was these three other companies that were large and in charge of the entire industry, and they still pretty much are for the most part. So, a little bit of history. Now, the group's lineup was finalized in March of 2022 with the members Minji, Hani, Danielle, Haerin, and Hyein. And for my bunnies that are currently watching, if you are a Minji or Hani biased, hey, that's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. Yeah. Now, following up with their smash hit Attention, the group continued to make waves during their debut, releasing Hype Boy, their B-side Hurt, and Cookie. Cookie came with some controversy because the lyrics did imply something not very child appropriate, especially considering that at the time of their debut, the group ranged between the ages of, I believe, 14 to about 18 or 19 years old. It's NewJeans time. It's NewJeans time. If you want to know more of what I'm talking about, I will be linking some stuff down below, but effectively I won't be getting too into it because that could be a whole other video, and it's not what this video is about. But the company did quickly dispute any claims that Cookie was in relation to a young woman's Cookie. Yeah. Their debut album, OMG, was released in January 2023 and sold over 1 million copies. Other products from the group include their second album, Get Up, being the first K-pop girl group to perform at Chicago's Lollapalooza, which is a huge accomplishment, especially for a rookie group. And they also had a collaboration with League of Legends with their song Gods, which is actually my favorite song that the group has done outside of their primary discography. It is severely underrated. If you are a bunny or just a casual K-pop stan or just someone who likes music and you haven't listened to it, I highly recommend it. It gives me AMV vibes. Like, y'all, please go listen to that song. I feel like not enough people know that song, and I'm just here by myself. Like, please come join me. Please. Please. So, effectively, how does a girl group that keeps going up and up and up somehow find themselves in the middle of extreme controversy and the talk of K-pop nation? Well, we're finally getting to that part, but we do have to leave South Korea, so get your passport, pack a bag. We're going to Mexico. Come on. Come on, get your stuff. Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. I've moved my set to Mexico. I haven't. I'm still at my house. But let's pretend that we're in Mexico. Effectively, this next part of the video is going to feel like if you were anime only for Attack on Titan and you kind of spent the first 3-4 seasons with like the one group of Eren and his friends, and then suddenly you just jumped into like Gabby and the rest of them. Because before I talk about NewJeans some more, I have to talk about Jeans. The girl group, not like the clothes. Why is everyone named after articles of clothing? From 1996 to 2008, the girl group known as Jeans rose to fame in Mexico. They debuted with 5 members, but they dropped to 4 before the release of their first album because one of the members pretty much dropped out right away. And during the group's entire career, they would cycle through 13 members. 13 people, not at once, just kind of in and out on a rotation. Only one person effectively stayed in the group the entire time, and that was the girl who founded the group. Everyone else at one point was like a new member, which is kind of insane to think about. Like 13 people circulating in and out of the group. That's like if 17 started off with like 5 people, they dropped 1, and then they just kept going and going and going. It's like the Avatar cycle of girl groups. Just, we're doing it over and over again. However, it's the group Jeans that most people are saying that NewJeans took inspiration from. Or plagiarized them completely, honestly. Because, y'all, the stuff that came out... Remember earlier when I said it's not good? It's not good? I wasn't joking. Like, it's not looking good. It's not... It's always my groups. It's always my groups. But, of course, this is all up for debate. And it has been up for debate for the past, honestly, close to a year now. With these allegations coming out as early as January 2023. So I'll let you effectively decide if NewJeans is just inspired by Jeans or if they copy them word for word, bar for bar. But let's kind of get into the big points that I've been seeing people talk about when it comes to these two girl groups. On May 21st, 2024, Lee Hae-jin from the Chosun Daily dropped an article about NewJeans versus Jeans. Allegations about plagiarism between the groups came out in about January 2023 in the Mexican newspaper El Siglo before more people started to catch on, starting with number 1, the logos. Now, Jeans was based in the prime for like Y2K culture, effectively from like 1996 into 2008. NewJeans, as you can kind of see by the little bit of like the setup behind me, is heavily inspired by the Y2K era. I mean, they even have a collaboration with like Craig McCracken, who made the Powerpuff Girls. Their clothes, their design, everything is meant to be retro. Even with like their most recent album kind of being designed after vinyls. So certain similarities are expected, but here are the logos that people have been talking about. So the blue one is jeans, and then the other one is NewJeans, and you can start to see what people are talking about, especially with the blue and pink logos. Those are very, very similar. And then you also have with their album, here's Jeans, the blue and white backgrounds, and then you have NewJeans doing pretty much doing the exact same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. However, NewJeans does have a lot more diversity with their logos. From what I've seen, I've only seen Jeans kind of use these 3 types of logos for their videos, whereas NewJeans has all of these. A lot more diversity. They do tend to swap out through the logos. So do with this information what you will. Number 2, choreography. Now, for any girl group, choreography is like essential. These are the moves that you want people to remember your group by. It's going to follow you for the like entirety of your career. Like, you need it to be good. Now, in the case of NewJeans, when they debuted, beautiful long hair, all natural. They didn't like have any bleach or perm for the most part, except for I think Danielle. I don't think they permed her hair because that would make it curly for her, I believe. But they did straighten it out a lot actually. They did straighten that girl's hair. If you are in a K-pop group and you come with curly hair, they gonna get that straightener. But straightening curls aside, the girls did debut again with really long hair, and a lot of that hair was used for choreography, with one of their most iconic moves being this one from Attention. Jeans had similar choreography that they used obviously previous to NewJeans, and I'll be dropping that right now. I do say that this is a little bit of a reach. Now, it's obvious that I'm a bunny, but as someone who dances quite frequently, there's only so much you can do when it comes to hairography. You can flip it up, you can flip it down, you can turn to the side, and after that, you're pretty much done. And I mean, for both groups, look at the girls, look at their hair. It would be a crime to not have some type of hair flip used in any type of way. Like, those are Lucius Malfoy locks, okay? And you can bet like my name is Zac Efron. If I had long hair like that, I'd be flipping it all over the place just because I could. So, are we reaching for at this point? In this case, I say yes. You might have me with the logos. You might have them with the logos because effectively it is very, very similar, if not the exact same thing. But the hair, bring it down. Bring it down, babe. So before I get into the rest of this video, I do just want to quickly interrupt the flow of things and say that if I do make any mistakes or mispronunciations, I apologize. And I will be trying to correct them as I edit this video, as well as the information and the sources that I have been getting like my data from. It has mainly been from like articles that I have been referencing, and everything will be linked down below. However, some of this stuff really is just like speculation / translation. There's a 30-minute video that NewJeans did upload into YouTube just a couple of days ago, maybe about a week and a half ago. I'm not fluent in Korean, so I did rely on people who translated it, so I apologize if anything is wrong or misinterpreted incorrectly. It's not my intention, and I will do my absolute best to correct it as more information rolls out. I did want to say that. But now on to something that's a little suspicious. I had this one person from Twitter. They made a very, very, very long and really thorough thread about the damage kind of surrounding NewJeans, ADOR, and their manager, Minheejin. And it's gone. It's gone. It was entirely too long of a thread for me to kind of like write out everything, so I did just like save the thread itself. And when I went to click on it for the purposes of referencing a couple of things for this next segment, whole page is gone. whole page is gone. And I feel like it might have something to do with this thing that HYBE is rolling out. But effectively, we do not know. The person might have just got sick of Twitter and left. But they took some of the best work I've ever seen with them. So stop cricketing. It's always me. It's always me.
5 minutes later.
I live in the city. Moving back on to the video that the girls released. It's a lot of things. It's impressive. I will say that. It's very impressive that the girls have enough bravery and audacity to stand up to HYBE, the company that is in charge of them, the company that basically is like responsible for funding ADOR and appointing Min as their CEO, and Source Music, and kind of making this video behind everyone's back, because that's how much they feel like they need this manager. They want her back. And it's very, very surprising and just impressive to me that at this young age these girls are capable of doing that. However, the controversy surrounding Min, now the controversy surrounding NewJeans, having one sub company sue your manager is bad enough, but a second one has also come out and tried to sue them, because Le Sserafim has also tried to do the exact same thing. I was going over this with my friend the other day. I was calling him and I'm just like letting him know what's going on and what I'm about to do, because he's also in the music industry, and I asked him, hey, years from now, let's say you have a daughter and this is happening to her, and she calls you and she says, Dad, I'm going to publish this video on YouTube with my band members. We're going up against the company. Because effectively the girls did demand that HYBE reinstall Min as their CEO. And I believe they said they wanted it done by like the 25th, which it is now the 25th here in the US. So the 25th, I believe, for Korea was yesterday. At the time of this video, I don't see any information coming out, but I did ask my friend what would he think, and he said, as a parent, I would think my daughter is very brave and good for you for sticking up, to the man. But as someone in the music industry and as a professional, I would say that your group is about to get disbanded. And there's a high chance that unfortunately that might happen to NewJeans. And I would hate to see that happen. But effectively, what these girls have done is insane. It is insane, because, and I know the point of this whole entire video is the plagiarism controversy, but let's say we remove that. Let's just say for some reason HYBE decided, I don't want you to be in charge of them anymore, get out. To make a video and a statement like this, I feel as if in the music industry, people's agents and managers change. The people in charge of you are not always going to be there. You might have one person producing for you when you start off as an artist, and then as you grow, it becomes somebody else. I feel like that's something you have to expect and be prepared for. And the fact that these girls are kind of throwing, I hate to say a tantrum, but a tantrum over it, it's making me as a bunny very concerned. They have put in a lot of work to be this group. They have done so much with a little bit of time. And I would hate to see all of that success be taken away because the adults were fighting and you got placed in the middle. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's coming down to. It's a lot of he said, she said, it's they're copying us, we're copying them, this group stole from us, you stole from this group in the 90s. But at the end of the day, these are kids and they are not in charge of themselves. NewJeans doesn't get to pick the music. Isla doesn't pick the music. They don't get to pick the choreography. They don't get to pick what they get to wear. All of this stuff is decided for them. But they are the ones that's going to face the repercussions. Their CEO is set. She's worked with SM Entertainment before she moved over to HYBE and ADOR. Her career is set. She's established herself. Good, bad, worse, indifferent. She is who she is. These girls are brand new in the industry, and they could possibly get blackballed. Now, if that unfortunately happens, as my friend and I were talking about it, he said they could effectively start a whole new group, new name, new image, new type of genre of music, and keep going. The issue with that is, who is going to want to pick them up? Who wants to go against HYBE? Who wants to go against the company that made BTS? Or really, BTS made HYBE, but that's a whole separate video. So for the purposes of this one, who wants to go up against that company? Who wants to go up against the group, the company that owns TXT and LE SSERAFIM and Islet and 17? Not me personally. Not me. I wouldn't. And I wouldn't want to pick up anybody that they said we don't want them around anymore, because what does that do for me and my company and my people? It's a lot to think about, and effectively, I just hope that the girls pull through. I was talking about it and I was like, I have my wish for NewJeans that they have a really quiet 2025. And maybe with BTS coming back and the unfortunate departure of Junghan from 17 as he goes into the army, and June doing a lot more acting, 17 about to go on tour. Looks like TXT is about to do like another encore tour, and you know, comebacks dropping left and right, that maybe they can kind of quietly, you know, shuffle through this and then come back later. Because scandals have happened before in the K-pop industry. This isn't the first one. This isn't the last one. This isn't even the first time a group has been accused of plagiarism. But a lot of other factors have come into play with this, that we see it's not just the plagiarism anymore. It's almost everything. That is my hope. The reality is that the stuff that I currently have around me that represents NewJeans might go for a lot of money one day, because there will be no more. And for the second time in my life, I will have lost a girl group that I genuinely cared about. The first one being Wonder Girls, that just, you know, kind of quietly disbanded. There wasn't any controversy with that group per se, but I think that's why NewJeans hits so hard for me, is that I've been into K-pop since 2015. At that time, I was 16, 17 years old. No, 2015? I was 15, 16 years old. Which means effectively, I was the age of NewJeans. And I fell in love with the Wonder Girls. I knew their choreo. I watched their movie on Nickelodeon. And it was Wonder Girls that brought me into K-pop and kind of placed me in the hands of BTS through YouTube recommendations. And then they disbanded. And it hurt me so bad that I was like, I don't think I could ever love another girl group the way I love them. But I was wrong. Because in 2022, I found NewJeans and I've been hooked on them since. I am older than the entire group. But for the past 2 years, I've been telling my friends that the day these girls touch down in America, I'm getting tickets. I taught myself super shy. I have their stickers on my laptop. I have physically bought merchandise, and I still want to get their first album that has the little purse inside. I think these are extremely talented girls. I love the aesthetic. I love the vibe. And I'd hate to see them disband because the adults couldn't get it together and some people couldn't admit the truth. You're going to ruin their careers. And to be quite frank, you already have. If you are unfamiliar with how K-pop groups are formed, it's not overnight. It takes a lot of work.
Gotta work.
To get to a group. Anybody that debuts in a K-pop group effectively has worked their butt off for several years. For several years. These are not groups that can, you know, be put together with a group of friends in somebody's basement, you know, a la Cheetah Girls, and we're international superstars. Not at all. The fight to even become a trainee underneath some of these companies is absolutely ridiculous. People move countries for these opportunities. People leave their families for years. Such as the case for Bang Chan from Stray Kids, who was actually a trainee under JYP Entertainment for 8 years. And then wrote a banger of a song about it, Stream Social Path featuring Lisa. I know we talking about girl groups, but effectively I do have to bring up my boy Stray Kids everywhere all around the world, including my YouTube video. Hani from NewJeans herself isn't even Korean. She's Vietnamese Australian. She in a K-pop group. She ain't even Korean. She was born in Vietnam, moved to Australia, and now she's in Korea. That is a jump. That is extreme. That is a lot to do. Again, as a kid. I'm 25, and if someone told me in 4 years we can make all of your dreams come true, everything you ever wanted, everything you ever imagined, we can make that happen for you. But you'll have to leave your home country and stay with us for several years. I don't even know if I it's like at this age now, it's like I would do it. But I'm a lot older, so I'm a bit more independent. As a kid, I don't think I would have been able to do it. I don't think I would have been able to do it. I honestly don't. But the reason I'm bringing up why forming a K-pop group takes so much work and time and effort is because as a kid, if you're leaving your parents, you effectively are being placed into the trust and care of the adults around you. I'm not surprised that these girls are heavily attached to their former CEO Min. I'm not surprised. And she seems very, very active in the girls' careers, but I do think there was some misinformation that kind of came out in that video. One of them being, I believe it was Danielle, who said that Min produced a lot of their music, if not all of their music. Let's check that. I tell you what, we worried about the wrong thing. Everyone's, oh, who's the producer? What's happening with the company? Who's the graphic design team for NewJeans? They eat every single time. Who's the photographers? Who's doing their fashion? They eat. They eat.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I have to go back in my video. I somehow can't believe that I forgot to mention this, especially when I literally was looking at it on my laptop. But another reason why people said NewJeans copied jeans is because of their fashion. There were a lot of similarities between the clothes, and I will be putting those pictures up for you to look at. Also important to notice that the original member / founder of the group Jeans did find out about NewJeans, and she posted them on her Instagram story. The reason why that's a little bit strange is because in one of the first screenshots people have, she says, I love. She sees the similarities between Jeans and NewJeans, and she's kind of like impressed with it. Or I guess at least, what's the word? Not impressed. Admires them? Well, they admire her. Whatever feeling you get when you're happy that people are inspired from you, it looks like she's feeling that. But then in the second screenshot she posts, it kind of goes on to basically say, like, I see what you're doing. Like, we know. You know, like, we know you copied us type of way. So, effectively, I'm not entirely sure if the woman is okay with that or not. But, I mean, of all the people suing former CEO Min, she ain't one of them, so. Me, personally, I would have called up her so quick. Would have asked for one of the instrumentals to their old songs. Okay? Would have paid a good amount of money for it. Brought it to NewJeans. Put a little spin on it. Credit them. Put them girls on that track. Controversy solved. Y'all don't want no money for real. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe gotta grow on y'all. I would have been solved this case. I would have kept my girls good, but maybe that's just a teacher in me. Who's to say? Facts and opinions and all else that falls in between. I think that the controversy with NewJeans can best be described with one of the lyrics from their first Japanese single. I'm gonna be quite honest with you girls. I don't know what we've done either. But I genuinely hope we figure it out. Thank you so much for tuning into my first episode of K-Pop News. If you liked it, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Please leave your comments down below. Keep it cute. Keep it respectful. Let me know what topics you want me to do next. Although I have to say, I kind of already know what I want to talk about. So I should hopefully have this video up as soon as possible. At the time of me filming it, I did start filming this around like 12 in the morning. It is now 1:18. But I want to get this out as soon as possible. Again, all of my resources and stuff that I find will be linked down below. I apologize in advance if anything is wrong or if I have to come back later on and correct myself. I will also be doing that in the comments, and if it does become too much, then I will effectively make a whole separate video for it. But thanks again for watching. It's Young Prodigy, your favorite nerd with a New York accent. This has been K-Pop News, and I will see you in another video. Bye. She's so cool.